Hi, and a very pleasant good evening to you. Welcome to the Pittsburgh Passion versus the Atlanta Phoenix playoff game. This is round one of the playoffs here in women's professional football. I'm Chris Shovlin. Great to have you along with us tonight as the Passion get ready to get into the second season for how many years in a row now has it been? They just keep going to the playoffs and winning championships, and that's what they're in line for right now, looking for their fifth title. Well, the Passion opened the playoffs against the Atlanta Phoenix here tonight at Shaler. This is a new venue for Pittsburgh, and it's another team with a record of 6-2, an identical record to the Pittsburgh Passion. But the Phoenix are coming off a 34-0 beatdown at the hands of the DC Divas. They and Boston seem to be the teams to beat so far, but Pittsburgh and Atlanta want some words as far as that's concerned. As far as watching this ball game tonight, the keys are going to be on the defense for the Pittsburgh Passion. What they're going to have to do is key in on the tailback of the Atlanta Phoenix. If they can keep the tailback at bay, they should be able to control this game. Atlanta has trouble passing. They are a 90% run efficient ball club, and that's exactly what they're going to try to do. And as far as offensive thrust is concerned, if the Passion can just keep doing what it's doing, and that is putting points on the board, they should be okay. Kickoff is right around the corner, plus one of the co-owners of the Passion will be with me, and that is NFL Hall of Famer Franco Harris, coming up next right here on Passion Television. As promised, we have NFL Hall of Famer, former Pittsburgh Steeler running back Franco Harris with us. He is one of the owners of the Pittsburgh Passion football franchise. And Franco, we need to start talking about this weather tonight. What great conditions it is for Pittsburgh to open the playoffs against Atlanta here at Shaler.
Oh, this is beautiful. Like, it feels more like Atlanta weather, but we have a nice Pittsburgh breeze. So this should be a good one tonight. I'm excited about this, and this starts the playoff season, and it's what can be better than that?
Absolutely. And, of course, another thing that could be a little bit better is if Pittsburgh could host that championship. Of course, the W Bowl is coming to Pittsburgh in late July. It'll be a big, big weekend here in the Steel City, July 21st and 22nd. And the Division I championship game will be at Highmark Stadium on July 22nd. It should be a great night then.
You know what? Women's professional full contact football is just growing leaps and bounds, and the quality of play is fantastic and exciting football. So this year we will be having W Bowl 2. Last year were some very exciting games, great weekend of football, and so I can't wait for a great weekend of football this July 21st and 22nd.
No doubt about it. And just to let you know, there are a lot of things going on. It all starts on the 20th with W Bowl Day at PNC Park. It'll be the Pirates and Brewers game over on Federal Street. Then a meet and greet at the Doubletree Pittsburgh and Green Tree with many of the players on the 21st. The Division III championship and the Division II championship will be played at Highmark Stadium. And, of course, on the 22nd, the All-America game, followed by the W Bowl. And this won't be the first time that Pittsburgh has hosted a championship here.
No, it isn't. And people really enjoyed coming to Pittsburgh, so we're really thrilled to be able to host it again. But I just want to say that there are over 60 teams in the league, and so that weekend we will be having a Division III championship and a Division II championship, and also a All-Star game. But the championship, the big championship, is the W Bowl, and that's on July 22nd at 7 p.m. at Highmark Stadium. So this is some great football. As I mentioned, we're just kicking off the playoff season, and so we're hoping that the Passion can go all the way and play in W Bowl too.
We certainly are. And finally, Franco, you were one of the early believers in what these women were doing, playing full pads, full contact, rock'em sock'em football. And I know that you continued to grow in that belief in what they're trying to accomplish.
You know what? Once you come and see, then you will be a believer. That's what I want to tell people. It is great football, and I love the game. And it's just nice to see that that a lot of women love the game, but they can also play. And with this league, the WFA, There are some great teams, great players, and there have been some fantastic games. So anyone who saw W Bowl 1 last year, I tell you what, incredible. So I'm sure W Bowl 2 is even going to be more or even better.
We're looking forward to it. A guy who knows a little bit about Pittsburgh football and some ladies who know all about hard-rocking Pittsburgh football are coming up next right after we take this short time out. It is Pittsburgh opening the playoffs against Atlanta right here on Pittsburgh Passion Television.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening we are honored to have former American Idol contestant Gabby Barrett singing tonight's national anthem. 17-year-old Gabby Barrett performed in over 100 concerts. Her voice has been described as a voice you must hear. When she's not performing across the country, you can find Gabby giving back to the community with organizations like Children's Hospital, the Ronald McDonald House, and St. Jude. Ladies and gentlemen, performing our national anthem, Gabby Barrett.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, and for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reclaim their bombs that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the
Ladies and gentlemen, Gabby Barrett. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble! Captain for tonight's game for the Atlanta Phoenix, number 15, Brandy Pringle. Number 81, Javala Jones. Number 87, Janitra J. Rock Shields. And number 90, Blair Clark. Captain for Pittsburgh, number 3, Janet Masters. Number 14, Lisa Horton. Number 82, Angela Baker. Number 73, Lauren Ferradonio. And number 98, Kim Zabovic. Tonight, we are honored to have Pittsburgh Steeler and NFL Hall of Famer Franco Harris as the coin toss honoree for today's game. Franco Harris is a 4-time Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl 9 MVP, selected to 9 consecutive Pro Bowls, and the 1976 Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. Additionally, Franco is the co-owner of the Pittsburgh Passion and is greatly responsible for hosting the 2016 W Bowl experience. Tonight's officials on the clock, Mike Burrow. The line judge is Brian Long. The back judge is Jerry Laval. The side judge is Dino Sedlak. The headlinesman is Mike Burrow. The umpire is Dan Gattuso. And the referee is Dave Barry. Atlanta won the toss, deferred to the second half. The Pittsburgh Passion will receive. Ladies and gentlemen, join the W Bowl II experience on July 22nd at 12 p.m., the All-American game. It's the National Conference versus the American Conference. And at 7 p.m., the 2017 W Bowl Division I Championship game. All games to be played at Highmark Stadium.
Well, the Atlanta Phoenix taking the field here at Shaler Stadium in the North Hills of Pittsburgh as the Pittsburgh Passion and the Atlanta Phoenix both come into this ball game with 6-2 records, get set to open up the WFA playoffs here tonight in the Steel City. Chris Shovlin with you, so happy that you're involved and along to watch our telecast here tonight of Pittsburgh Passion football. As you can see, Atlanta will kick off. Pittsburgh will have the first touch of the ball here tonight. This Atlanta team is a very, very good football team. Catherine Williamson will be the kicker. As I mentioned during the pregame show, the tailback, Ronkia Toombs, is the one to watch out for tonight. Marcy Myers, the fullback, will block for her. And on defense, Janitra J-Rock Shields is a terror on the defensive side. And Pittsburgh will be forced to double team her tonight when the Passion have the ball on offense. And obviously, if this kickoff works out all right, we'll get to see a little bit of the Pittsburgh offense and a little bit of Janitra J-Rock Shields on defense. Here's the run up by Williamson. The kick is in the air. It is tall and end over end. It will take a hop in front of Angela Baker. She'll one-hand it with the left hand, grab it at the 20, cut back 25-30. Here's Angela Baker up the sideline. Has a wedge in front of her, gets over the 45-yard line and is dumped down at the 47-yard line on the Pittsburgh side of the field. A nice return by Baker. And she was brought down by Christina Cooper. So Pittsburgh will work with a little bit more than half the football field to start off its first possession. First down and 10 from the 47-yard line. Passion will open up the spread offense. Lisa Horton, Angela Baker will both go to the right side along with Laura Baden. They have a single receiver to the left. Janice Masters is at quarterback, and she will shift O'Neill into formation. An empty backfield, penalty flag in the air, and here's a quick toss and a skinny slant down to the 39-yard line.
Masters pass complete to Sharon Vasquez.
And it was Sharon Vasquez lined up
Penalty on the
over on the left side who hauled in that pass catch. But again, we're going to get a call, and it's against Pittsburgh for an illegal procedure penalty,
moves the ball back
and that will wipe that first down play out. Would have been a gain of 14 for Pittsburgh. Instead, it'll be a loss of 5 with the penalty. And the Passion will have to start over again, this time first down and 15 from the 42. Beautiful night here in Shaler. Sunshine and relatively clear blue skies, a little haze and a few puffy clouds above us. Masters looking at a blitz coming from Atlanta. Quickly hands off. There's O'Neill on the sweep to the right side. 45-50. O'Neill kicking it into gear over the 40. One person to get past, and she just barely did so. But Kristen London was able to reach out and tackle Gabby O'Neill at the 30-yard line. So the Passion make up for that lost first down because of penalty, and they push the ball to the Atlanta 30-yard line.
First and 10, Passion ball on the Atlanta 30.
First down and 10 for Pittsburgh now, as O'Neill opened it up on that sweep. Kate Sullivan is the tight end to the left side. She is standing. Masters gets a snap, rifles one out to the right, And a button hook move by Lisa Horton. She could not get back to the football. It'll fall
Masters pass
as an
intended
incompletion.
for Horton is incomplete. Second down.
Cuthbert was on defense that time for Atlanta. So the incompletion, second down and 10 for Pittsburgh. Just underway here in Shaler tonight. Pittsburgh Passion in the playoffs again, as they seemingly always are. By the way, if I didn't mention, temperature is just over 80 degrees, 81 degrees here in the near North Hills of Pittsburgh tonight, just after kickoff time. Here's a run to the left. O'Neal slips a tackler. And that tackler rebounds, and Shatanya Spicer is able to make the tackle on O'Neal. But not until O'Neal picks up 6. Good speedy run around that left side, and again we have a flag down. Dave Barry is the referee, working with his crew here tonight.
Gain of about 7.
We have a personal foul call, a face mask infraction against the Atlanta Phoenix. So that will be costly for Atlanta, and that will put Pittsburgh into the silver zone.
Atlanta penalized half the distance.
Silver Sport, keeping sports clean.
Pittsburgh's ball on the Atlanta 11.
Ball at the 11-yard line, just shy thereof. It'll be first down and 10 for Pittsburgh. Vasquez started out on the left side, will speed over to the right and join Baker there. Horton is the flanker to the left. Masters has O'Neal at her right shoulder, gives it to her, it's a reverse, they give it to Horton. Horton looks like she wants to throw, instead she'll tuck and run to the 10, down to the 5, and is run to the boundary line. Out of play on the other side by Andrea Chantel Stowe.
Run out of bounds by Chantel Stowe.
They're going to say that Lisa stepped out at the 5.
Second down, 3.
That'll be a pickup of 7, so it's second down and 3 for the Pittsburgh Passion, just inside the 5-yard line. Sharon Vasquez out wide to the right side once again. A 3-receiver set to the left this time for Masters. And Gabby O'Neal will go into a slot right. And here she comes in the jet sweep. She gets the handoff, circles around a defensive player, turns it upfield, and dives into the end zone for a Pittsburgh touchdown. Gabby O'Neal from 5 yards away, and Pittsburgh gets on the board first with 12:28 left here in the first period of play. Tremendous mix of plays by Pittsburgh, mostly on the ground, and the ground paid off for them that time as they were able to run away from the defense of the Atlanta Phoenix. Now they're on for the kick. Point after attempt is on its way. It is up, it is strong, it is good.
Ebony Montgomery is the holder.
And the kick by Peyton Hive skies through. 7-0 Pittsburgh with 12:28 left here in the first period of play.
The Pittsburgh Passion would like to thank their game day sponsors: Silver Sport, keeping sports clean; UPMC Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Pittsburgh Passion; Super Donuts, #1 in nutrition, more protein, less fat; 8 Nation, wake up Pittsburgh and hydrate; Post-Acute Medical, providing high quality post-acute healthcare services; Healthcare Mid-Longevity and Vitality Center, a natural approach to pain relief; Sister Support is a non-profit organization committed to the advancement of women through community, connection, and sisterhood. The Club Sport and Health, 1 membership, more options, more fun. And the United Steelworkers, District 10, unity and strength for workers.
Pittsburgh got its work done quickly in that first drive, going 53 yards and scoring on a 5-yard touchdown burst by Gabby O'Neal, who sprinted around the left side on that jet sweep handoff and dived into the end zone. 7-0 after Peyton Hive's extra point kick, and now Hive is on to kick again, but the ball falls off the tee, and they have to put it back up. A little bit of a breeze blowing tonight here on the hilltops of the North Hills. Shaler Stadium is where we're playing tonight, and the kick will be mishandled at around the 30 by London and finally picked up by another member of the Phoenix, and that is Toombs, player whom we talked about before, and she'll stay in. And Toombs will be the tailback in their offense.
First and 10, Phoenix ball.
Atlanta has the football, first down and 10 at its own 37-yard line. Pittsburgh will have to dig in defensively. One thing we've been told is watch Marcy Myers, the fullback. Where she goes, the tailback will follow. So let's see if that holds true here tonight. Atlanta's been having trouble in the passing department, but they do run the ball almost exclusively. So look out for them here tonight. One receiver is split to the right side, and that is Shavala Jones, who goes back in motion to the set. But here comes Toombs around the right side, 40, 45, 50, and Toombs is bounced to the near boundary line and knocked down out of bounds by Tara Catone, playing on the defensive side for Pittsburgh tonight. Big first down run on that first play from scrimmage by the Atlanta Phoenix, however, and they'll push the ball into Pittsburgh territory at the 47-yard line. And the Phoenix will step it up to the line. Renee Langlace is the quarterback, and she'll go under center. Sends her receiver Jones in motion, drops back, wants to throw, and is hit as she lets go of the ball, and this one is intercepted by Catone. 35-40, Catone to the near side is yanked down. Tackled on the play by Tania Carlton, but a big break defensively for the Pittsburgh Passion as Tara Catone picks off the interception. That's her first career interception. Tara Catone, who's been a brilliant running back for this Passion Ball Club, and spot back, coming back from injury to play again, showing her stuff on the defensive side for Pittsburgh. Back on offense that quickly come the Passion. Horton all the way to the far side right, away from the Pittsburgh bench. And Vasquez is to the left. Two slot receivers on the right side. Janice Masters getting the handoff into the hands of Kia Foster. Here goes Foster, turning the right side, little stop and go move, and Foster will pick up about 5 or 6. Kia Foster with a nice run, picking her spots.
On a tackle, number 70.
Her helmet came off as she was tackled on the play by Onika Lyles. And Kia Foster's going to have to come out for at least one play. They'll bring O'Neal back in at running back. A pickup of 6 by Kia Foster makes it 2nd down and 4 for Pittsburgh, just shy of midfield. Line of scrimmage is the 47. Sharon Vasquez will trot out wide to the right side, step up to the line. O'Neal in motion out of the slot, takes the handoff and the jet sweep to the left. O'Neal looking for blocking, and finally gets tumbled down hard on the play as she was held up and knocked down by the Atlanta Phoenix. And coming in to clean up the play was Shawnee Irvin.
Tackled by Irving and Q.
Pittsburgh picks up a couple. It is 3rd down and 2 from the 49.
3rd down, 2, the ball on the 49.
Not even 5 full minutes into the ball game, and Pittsburgh with its 2nd possession already. They opened up with a 53-yard scoring drive, capped off by O'Neal's touchdown run of 5 yards, and then on defense, Tara Catone intercepted a pass, giving Pittsburgh the ball back. Here's another reverse. This time Angela Baker's going to run the football, and Baker has blockers and a 1st down at the 50 to the 45, and is run out of play at the 40-yard line. Angela Baker with some nice tiptoeing, taking the ball all the way down to the Atlanta 42-yard line for another Pittsburgh 1st down. Kia Foster checks back in to the backfield for Pittsburgh now.
for the Atlanta 43.
Vasquez and Baker to the left. Horton to the right. First down and 10. Masters gives off. Little cutback move by Foster. Started left, cut back right, drives it upfield, picks up close to 8 yards on the run play.
Tackled by 87, Janitra J-Rock Shields.
Janitra J-Rock Shields in there on the stop that time, along with Storm Cuthbert. It will be an 8-yard pickup.
Second down, 2. Ball on the 35.
Again, Horton to the right side with Angela Baker this time. Vasquez comes left. Back to pass is Masters, looking for Horton, reached up tall, came down empty.
Masters pass, intended for Baker.
Check that, not
incomplete.
Horton, but rather Angela Baker.
Defending on the
Got
play,
chucked
number 19, Christina
in the back
Cooper.
that time by Christina Cooper. Incomplete
Third
pass.
down, 2.
Stops the clock with 8:22 to go here in the first quarter of play. Pittsburgh's second possession. They have a third down and 2 at the Atlanta 35-yard line. Pass and send 3 wide to the left. Horton to the right. Running back Foster. Another stop and go move, and here she comes around the left side. 30, 25. And Kia Foster is knocked to the boundary line near side by Brandy Pringle.
Inside the 25.
It's going to be another Pittsburgh first down.
Tackle, number 15, Brandy Pringle. First and 10, Pittsburgh
Pass and
ball,
keep
the
moving.
Atlanta 23.
23-yard line is the spot of the ball. 3 minutes to go now in the first quarter. Horton and Baker are to the right. Baden comes in to play the slot receiver with Vasquez, the wide out to the left. Masters looking for a target. Winds up and throws long downfield. Angela Baker runs under the ball, hauls it in inside the 5-yard line and steps out. At the 2-yard line is where they're going to say she stepped out of bounds with that football.
Baker out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Passion ball, first and goal.
Nice tall looping pass from Janice Masters, and Angela Baker adjusted and got under it and then had to fend off the sideline and her momentum along with the defender to get as much out of that as she could. And it's first down and goal in the Silver Sports Silver Zone. Here come the Pittsburgh Passion from the 2-yard line. Masters has Foster at her left shoulder. Stops, snaps, throws, incomplete.
Masters
Trying to
pass.
throw a post
Jennifer
pass.
Horton.
Lisa Horton, the
Complete.
intended receiver, and she was covered well that
Second
time.
down.
Pittsburgh trying to add on to this early 7-0 lead with 6:47 to go in the first period of play after Catone picked off a errant pass by Langlis. Pittsburgh trying to make Atlanta pay. Again, a spread look for Pittsburgh here with Foster as the running back, this time to the right shoulder of Masters. They get it to her, and Kia Foster slowly traces into the end zone around the left side and scores from 2 yards away.
Touchdown.
And Pittsburgh is up 13-0. Ibe is on to kick now. And we have some movement on the line of scrimmage. It will be an illegal procedure call, a false start against Pittsburgh. So they're going to have to push it 5 yards further back. Ebony Montgomery will be the holder as Peyton Hyde has 5 more yards to try to drill it. Spot of the football will be the 15. This will have to be a 25-yard extra point kick. This is almost NFL style. High snap, controlled. Hyde puts her foot into it and jams it downfield. It's going to be good. She delivers. 14-0, the Pittsburgh Passion over the Atlanta Phoenix here in the first round of the Women's Football Alliance playoffs.
Toombs and Pringle deeper receive. Hyde to kick.
Peyton Hyde had to deliver a 25-yard extra point kick and got it done with special teams in her face. Now she's there to kick off for Pittsburgh. And this one will be a short kick, looping its way to London. London grabs it, cuts over far side 40, turns it up via 45, and London with a pretty good return in tight quarters. Gets it back to about the 48-yard line.
And the tackle, number 85, Jana Meister.
Jana Meister making the stop on the play on special teams for Pittsburgh, and now Atlanta tries to go back to work. We had mentioned that this is almost an exclusively running football team, but the mistake that they made early, the interception on the pass play by Langlace, cost them. After Tara Catone intercepted the ball, Pittsburgh drove downfield and got its second score, and that's why it's 14-0. Let's see if they try to go up top again or just keep it on the ground. Sprinting in motion to the left is Jones. And they're going to try to run that football, and there's nothing there.
Fumble on the play.
Fumble on the play, broken play that time.
Recovered by Atlanta.
Atlanta able to come up with the football once again. Good play inside by Tia Montgomery.
Langlace on the recovery.
Langlace, quarterback, able to bring it back in. Second down and 11 after a loss of 1. Again, motion by Jones. And the run play will go to Toombs. Toombs able to get it back to the original line of scrimmage in game 1+. Out to the 50-yard line, but she was wiped out by Niedermeyer and Damon. And we have an injured player for Atlanta. That was the running back, Ronkia Toombs, shaken up on the play. So with that, I do want to remind you with 5:26 to go here in the opening quarter, it's Pittsburgh 14, Atlanta nothing here in the Women's Football Alliance National Playoffs.
Ronkia Toombs. The injured player. Gain of 2 yards, third down 9. The ball at midfield.
Ronkia Toombs, the injured player, will walk off on her own and walk toward the far sideline. And the medical staff will check on her as well. It is third down and 9 now as we get back to play. The Atlanta Phoenix with possession of the football, and they're going to give to the new running back in who replaces Coombs.
Pringle.
This is going to be Randy Pringle running the football. She'll be brought down.
Fourth down, 3.
With fourth down staring Atlanta in the face right now, and they have possession of the football at the Pittsburgh 44-yard line. Let's see what they decide to do. It looks like they're going to keep their offense out there. Down 14-0 early in the game.
Down 3.
Again, it's Shavala Jones to the right side. The lone split receiver. She'll be the flanker. Deep eye backfield behind Langley. And we've got movement on the line of scrimmage. Let's see which way it's going to go. It will be encroachment. Pittsburgh came early, so Atlanta was able to fool Pittsburgh and trick them into jumping across the line of scrimmage on the change of cadence. And that's going to be an automatic first down for Atlanta.
Ball on the Pittsburgh 39.
Number of Pittsburgh Passion players have been named to the National All-American game. The National Conference versus the American Conference. That game will be played as part of W Bowl II weekend in Pittsburgh, July 20th through the 22nd. The All-American game will be on Saturday, July 22nd at noon at Highmark Stadium. We'll identify those players as we continue on. Jones sweeps across the back of the set, and it'll be a quick opener. And give it to the fullback this time, and she'll drive down to the 35-yard line in Pittsburgh territory.
Dana Green brought down
That
by
fullback was Dana Green.
Green, second down.
Green able to pick up 3. It's second down and 7 now for Atlanta. Toombs still on the sideline being attended to by the training staff of the Atlanta Phoenix. Second back will get the football, and running over to the left side with it is Brandy Pringle. She was brought down by Chelsea Zahn on the stop. I'd mentioned the All-America game. Chelsea Zahn is one of the first team members of the All-America team. Lisa Horton, Chelsea Zahn, Kimberly Beaver, Angela Baker, and Kim Zubovic are first teamers. On the second team, Janice Masters, Gabby O'Neill, Tia Montgomery, and Sam Simeon, and Caitlin Niedermeyer all made the second team as well. So they represent Pittsburgh. A lot of passion players on that All-America team. It is third down and 4 now for Atlanta. Pittsburgh digging in. Here's the give to Pringle. Pringle's going to be smashed up in the backfield. Barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Sharon Vasquez was there. Hannah Damon was there. Caitlin Niedermeyer and Tia Montgomery all grabbed her. A gain on the play. Fourth down and 4 now for Atlanta at the Pittsburgh 33-yard line with $1:47 to go on a running first quarter clock. Atlanta still without its star running back, Ronkia Toombs, who has not returned after being shaken up earlier. They're going to go with Pringle. Dana Green, the fullback. Jones, the flanker, to the right. They're going to give to Pringle. She'll try to turn it upfield with Green blocking for her. And again, Pittsburgh blows up the play.
Number 45, Kelsey Edmonds.
Kelsey Edmonds was there to blow it up. Back at the 35-yard line, it's a loss of 2. And the Passion have taken over on downs. .109 left here in the first. Pittsburgh takes over after a defensive stop. They'll send 3 receivers to the left in a trip set, 2 to the right. Masters brings O'Neill in motion. Play fake. She winds up and throws, and Lisa Horton, the intended receiver, was hit as the ball was being delivered. And Shatanya Spicer was there to make the defensive play.
Second down.
Second down and 10 now for Pittsburgh. 14-0, the Passion lead. Three left, one right in this set. And it'll be a handoff to running back Catone, who got tripped up. And Catone went down heavily and lost 6.
Loss of 5.
Now they're going to spot the ball at the 30, so a 5-yard loss for Tara Catone and the Pittsburgh Passion. Just a busted play there in the backfield as they got tripped up over themselves. Clock under a half minute to play in the first quarter, with Pittsburgh leading by 2 scores. Masters drops back at the snap, whips one to the left side. Catone was there trying to haul in that pass with a screen in front of her, but she could not bring it down. She might have lost it in the sun. Plus the defenders had read the play pretty well that time. Christina Cooper was in on it, along with Candy Chambers on a good rush on what would have been the receiver, Tara Catone. Instead, Pittsburgh looking at 4th down and 15 from the 30.
Formation. Need to receive number 2, Kristen London.
Pittsburgh making sure it has enough players. Now they have too many players. Play clock continues to run. They're going to call a timeout before the penalty is assessed. So Pittsburgh with a little mix-up on special teams there on 4th down, and a timeout is called with 12 seconds left in quarter number 1, with Pittsburgh up over Atlanta 14-0. Well, the Passion have it straightened out. They have the proper number of personnel out there on the field, and we're ready to punt this football away as they had to burn a timeout. High snap controlled. High puts a foot into it and rockets one downfield, and the coverage was right there as soon as the punt reception was made by London.
Punt fielded by Kristen London. Hit immediately by number 26, Gabby O'Neill.
Mike Rossi, the public address announcer, credits Gabby O'Neill for that great coverage downfield, not allowing any return on that skyrocketing punt by Pittsburgh.
Ball on their own 42.
First down and 10, Atlanta with the football. They have it at the 42-yard line. The shadows grow taller here at Shaler with beautiful skies, temperature hovering around 80 degrees here on a beautiful early summer evening. Perfect night for football, and it's been a pretty good night for the Passion so far, of course. 14-0 on top. Now Atlanta having trouble with complete number of personnel out there. They finally get another lineman. It's going to be a run play to the right side, and look who's back. Ronkia Toombs comes back in to run the football, and Toombs dives forward for a gain out to the midfield stripe. Tia Montgomery was there along with Hannah Davis. And we come to the end of one frame of play. It is the Pittsburgh Passion 14-0 over the Atlanta Phoenix here in Game 1 of the Women's Football Alliance National Playoffs.
If you want, you can get shots of the crowd behind you too. So you got a good amount of people up there.
Started the second period of play here in Pittsburgh's North Hills. We're at Shaler Stadium tonight. Chris Sublin on the call. Great to have you along watching Pittsburgh Passion playoff football. Second down and short for Atlanta. And they're going to play fake it. And quarterback got wiped out on the play. Renee Langlis.
Number 20, Chelsea Zahn.
Knocked down, popped hard by Chelsea Zahn, one of the tough hitters on this club. Chelsea, who hails from Duquesne University, Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania. Going to be a loss of yards on that play. And Atlanta is now looking at third down and 4.
48.
Touchdowns by Pittsburgh. Gabby O'Neill, a 5-yard run. Kia Foster, a 2-yard run. Finishing off nice drives. Langlis going up top again, and the ball is incomplete. And great coverage by Crystal Kozo on the intended receiver, Shavala Jones.
Jennifer Jones, broken up by Kozo.
Crystal Kozo was all over Jones right as that ball was delivered. Perfect timing and a great hit by Kozo. Now it's fourth down. And Atlanta looks like it's going to call a timeout.
14:06 left in the first.
And that's what they do. 14-0 Pittsburgh on top. Timeout call.
We have a special recognition tonight. She just finished a tour in Iraq. She is a member of the Pittsburgh Passion. Let's welcome back Amanda Wenzel. And thank you for your service to our country. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget W Bowl 2 weekend. On July 20th, it's W Bowl Day at PNC Park. It's the Pirates versus the Brewers. And at 6:30 to 8:30, meet and greet at Doubletree, Pittsburgh, and Greentree. On July 21st at 12 p.m., the Division III championship game. And at 7 p.m., the Division II championship game. And then on July 22nd, 12 p.m., the All-American game, the National Conference against the American Conference. And at 7 p.m., the 2017 W Bowl II championship game. All games will be played at Highmark Stadium, located at 510 West Station Square Drive in Pittsburgh. If you're interested in becoming a partner, showcase your brand at this year's W Bowl weekend by becoming a partner or by donating a silent auction gift.
Going for it. Get up there. Get up
Fourth
there.
down.
Get up there.
Atlanta has the football. They're going to go for it on fourth down, and they go to the tight end with a pop pass over the middle. It's hauled in by Janitra J-Rock Shields. We told you how talented she is on the defensive side, and here she is on offense. They go with a quick pop over the right side, and they get a badly needed first down, and Atlanta pushes it into Pittsburgh territory to the Pittsburgh Passion 37-yard line. Great play call by the Atlanta Phoenix, their head coach Bryant Montgomery and his staff. Now they have 2 wide receivers in, and they'll run the football again. Here comes Toombs. She's got her health back, and Toombs able to break a couple of tackles and drive all the way forward inside the 15-yard line.
Toombs to the 12.
Toombs ends up falling forward to the 12-yard line, and that's going to be a big first down for the Atlanta Phoenix.
Pittsburgh 12.
All of a sudden, they're getting their legs under them now, Atlanta, after Pittsburgh had held them at bay. London goes to the right side as the receiver. Jones is the receiver to the left. The fullback is Marcy Myers. She's back in at that position, and Ronkia Toombs is in at tailback. They're going to go to Myers, the fullback, and Niedermeyer wrapped her up and dragged her down.
Hit first by Niedermeyer. Zabovic and Montgomery also in on the stop.
12.5 left here in the first half of play. 14-0 Pittsburgh, but here comes Atlanta. And the football inside the 10-yard line. Just inside the 9 to be precise. They're going to give to Toombs. Toombs stops at the line and is able to bounce off one Pittsburgh defender, and she circles around to the right and scores a touchdown. So finally the Phoenix rise up and score. They get on the board on that run by Ronkia Toombs from 9 yards away. Now they're going to try to cut the lead in half with a good extra point here if they can get one. Ronkia Toombs shaken up earlier. It's come back strong now. Gets Atlanta on the board for the first time tonight.
Catherine Williamson to attempt the point.
Catherine Williamson, 5'9" place kicker from Atlanta. Graduate of the University of Mississippi, on to kick. Snap is good. Kick is on its way. It's tall. It's end over end. It's good. And Atlanta has cut the deficit in half. It is Pittsburgh 14, Atlanta 7 with 12:04 left in the first half of play.
And thanks to the Pittsburgh Passion sponsors, Silver Sports, UPMC Sports Medicine, Super Donuts, A Nation,
Mentioned W Bowl 2, the big weekend coming up for the Women's Football Alliance in Pittsburgh, hosted by Pittsburgh Passion. Thanks to Franco Harris, who we spoke to just before the ball game. Do want to remind you, if you're interested in becoming a sponsor or a corporate partner, show your brand at this year's W Bowl, we have some information for you. You can always get in touch with Teresa Kahn at PittsburghPassion.com or Jody Whitty at JWITTE at LeftLaneExcel.com. We'll give you those addresses as the evening goes on and as you watch Pittsburgh Passion Television here today. Now Pittsburgh finds itself in a ball game with Atlanta up 14-7. Williamson's kick, and we have a flag as soon as she delivers the ball and gets away from Angela Baker. Finally, she finds it at the 10, comes to the 15, cuts near side 20. Here's Baker, stop and go move, sliding to the right, and gets swung out of bounds square dance style by Shavala Jones. But remember, there was a flag way upfield where Atlanta kicked that ball off, and they may have been offside.
Penalty marker down. Penalty is against Atlanta, offside.
Atlanta was offsides, and Pittsburgh is saying we want another kick. So the special team will come back out, the return team. And the kick team for Atlanta will as well. Although they never really got off the field. I think they knew they were offside. Mention the W Bowl and possible sponsorships. Again, if you're interested, if you have a business or corporate company that you work for and you'd like to get them involved, you can always contact Jody Whitty. It's JWITTE at leftlaneexcel.com. That is her email address, or just email Teresa Kahn at pittsburghpassion.com for sponsorship opportunities. The W Bowl weekend, July 20th through the 22nd in Pittsburgh. Trying to evade Jones this time. She does, but she is hit by another one of the Phoenix. Yeah, it was Shatanya Spicer who caught up with it.
First and 10, Passion ball on their own 30.
Pittsburgh with the football at the 30-yard line. First down and 10 with 11 minutes, 38 seconds left here in the second quarter of play. Passion with a 14-7 lead over Atlanta. Game one of the WFA Football Alliance playoffs. Women's Football Alliance playoffs start this weekend all around the nation. 60-plus teams vying for one trophy that will be awarded in Pittsburgh on July 22nd. Here's the give, and hopping to is Kia Foster, and Foster blasts forward for another Pittsburgh first down and a gain of close to 13. London makes the stop on the play. Her hat pops off, so she'll have to come out. But a great run by Kia Foster on that first down opportunity. And timeout has been called by Atlanta with 11:27 to go here in the second quarter. Pittsburgh 14, Atlanta 7.
First and 10, Pittsburgh ball.
After the Atlanta timeout, Pittsburgh has the football, first down and 10. Here's Masters faking to Foster, throwing downfield. Vasquez! Oh, she had it and dropped it. Vasquez had to adjust for the football, and as she brought it in, she might have taken her eyes off the ball and started looking to see where to run. But what a great adjustment it was. She just didn't make the catch. Second down and 10 now for Pittsburgh. Tonight's game being brought to you in part by UPMC Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Pittsburgh Passion, by Health Pyramid, Longevity and Vitality Center, a natural approach to pain relief. Here's Baker coming in motion across the set. And we've got movement on the line. Atlanta might have come early. Let's see. It is encroachment against Atlanta.
Atlanta penalized, 5-yard encroachment.
5-yard mark-off will put the ball to the 48-yard line. It's going to be second down and 5 for Pittsburgh.
The ball on the Pittsburgh 48.
Sharon Vasquez goes out wide to the left side, and we have a 3-receiver set to the right now for Pittsburgh. There's Baker out of the slot, going in motion left. This is Foster. Stiff arms, a defender, cuts to the 50, has a first down and more. And Kia Foster getting some key blocks downfield by Lisa Horton.
to Tanya Spicer.
And Kim Zabovic able to get it
Foster
upfield.
Sticks up with Pittsburgh Passion. First down.
10:39 to go, clock winding. We're in the second period of play. Vasquez and Baden to the left side. Baker and Horton come right. Kia Foster stays in at running back. Janice Masters getting ready to take the snap in the gun. Winds up, throws, catch made, Baker, sideline run, 30, steps out of bounds, and Janice Masters took a shot right when she let go of that football. But she bounces back up, and Baker gets Pittsburgh a first down.
And another Pittsburgh Passion first down. First and 10, Pittsburgh ball on the Atlanta 30.
I'm not whipping and I'm not.
First down and 10 now, Pittsburgh. Masters dropping back, throwing down over the middle for Baker, and just overshot the pass that time. It goes incomplete. Baker was running into double coverage, almost a scissor type play by Shawnee Irvin and Kristen London.
Second down, 10.
Second down and 10 for Pittsburgh now. Ball sitting at the Atlanta 30-yard line. Tonight's game being brought to you in part by Silver Sport, keeping sports clean, by Post-Acute Medical, providing high-quality post-acute health care services, and by Aid Nation. Wake up, Pittsburgh, and hydrate. Baker, this time out of the left slot, comes right. Give off. Foster. Running room. 25-20. And Kia Foster tumbles in for a Pittsburgh first down to the 19-yard line. And the Passion are in the Silver Sports Silver Zone again.
Tackled by Christina Cooper. Gain of 11. First down, Pittsburgh. The ball on the Atlanta 19.
Here come the Passion again. First down and 10 from the 19-yard line. Continuing that spread set.
Good looking at me, Nick.
This is Hyben and wide receiver going in motion left. Foster getting the handoff. And Foster earning a couple of tough yards down to about the 17. On the stop, Christina Cooper once again for Atlanta.
Pick up is 2. Second down, 8. The ball on the 17.
Tara Catone checks in. Kia Foster comes out. Angela Baker returns, and Peyton Hyde comes out again for Pittsburgh at a receiver spot. Masters has Catone at her left shoulder. Two receivers to the right and to the left, respectively. Janice. Looping one, end zone, touchdown, Lisa Horton. Brilliant pass that time. Janice Masters, just a perfect touch on that ball. Rainbowed it to the end zone. And Lisa Horton able to grab it over her shoulder at the post. 17 yards out. That's where they say it was spotted. And Pittsburgh increases its lead to 20-7. Now Peyton Hyde is on to kick with Montgomery the holder. Snap. Placement is down. Kick is up and strong and good. 21-7. Pittsburgh in the lead over Atlanta here in the Women's Football Alliance National Playoffs.
Toombs and Smith deep to receive for Atlanta.
Lisa Horton's first catch in this ball game tonight is her first career touchdown reception in the playoffs. She's thrown a few of those in the playoffs down through the years. And now the kick will travel to Atlanta's Toombs. And Toombs stutter step return out to the 36-yard line.
On a tackle, number 42, Rondasia
Covering for
Shaw.
Pittsburgh was Rondasia Shaw, number 42 in the black and gold out of the University of Pittsburgh, one of the great rookies on this ball club. 7:45 left. We're in the first half of play here at Shaler Stadium tonight
Around 36.
in the near North Hills. Atlanta finds itself down 2 scores again. Pittsburgh keeping that stiff arm on the scoreboard out there. And the Phoenix break their huddle and try to come up with something. Now they're starting to spread the offense out a little bit. Still with an eye backfield, but now they have 3 receivers. And running out of that eye, Ronkia Toombs, and Toombs able to slice forward for a short gain. She was undercut on the play by Kelsey Edmonds.
Number 45, Kelsey Edmonds.
Gain of 1.
Pickup of 1, second down 9.
Second down and 9 now for Atlanta. And Marcy Myers, the fullback, Ronkia Toombs, the tailback, behind Renee Langlis. And we're going to get a procedure call and a false start on Atlanta.
5-yard penalty. Second down 14. The ball on the 32.
Second down and 14 now for the Phoenix. Langlis turns and gives. This is Toombs once again. Toombs wrapped up and thrown down hard on the play by Tia Montgomery.
Good first by number 36, Hannah Damon.
Hannah Damon got
also,
there.
Number 32, Tia Montgomery.
And then Montgomery finished off the play. Gain is to the 35-yard line. It is third down and 11 for Atlanta with 6:20 to go here in the second period of play, with Pittsburgh up 21-7. Now they bring Brittany Smith in to play a wide receiver. She'll be the flanker to the left, 2 receivers right. And they're going to go up top again. Throw downfield is overthrown, incomplete. Trying to run that fly down the sideline to Shavala Jones. But again, good coverage by Pittsburgh. Crystal Kozo was the closest defender on there, and Tara Catone also dropped back deep. Now it's fourth down and 11 for Atlanta. Tonight's game being brought to you in part by Super Donut, #1 in nutrition, more protein, less fat. By Sister Support, nonprofit committed to the advancement of women through community, connection, and sisterhood.
Fourth down, 11. The ball on the 35.
Fourth down, 11 yards to go for Atlanta. They bring the punt team out. Catherine Williamson on to kick. She will stand waiting for the snap at the 23-yard line. Angela Baker is the only deep back for Pittsburgh. Now again, the Passion didn't have enough personnel out there, and they try to rush Ashley DeSico out onto the field and couldn't get her out there in time.
Delay a game against Atlanta.
Well, penalty's going to be against Atlanta for delay of game. So Pittsburgh didn't do anything wrong.
16.
So now Atlanta has to punt from 5 yards further back, and the snap goes over the head of Williamson all the way down inside the 10-yard line to the 7. And she is going to be smacked down there by Chelsea Zahn. Pittsburgh takes over on downs deep in Atlanta territory.
Pittsburgh takes over.
And the turkey is on the table here for Pittsburgh on this play.
8-yard line.
The worst possible thing other than giving up points happened to Atlanta there, and it looks like they may be giving up points if Pittsburgh can cash in. But just a disastrous turn of events for the Atlanta Phoenix. They're down 2 scores right now. Pittsburgh wants to go up by 3. Catone checks into the backfield. Baker comes in motion out of the right side slot. Masters gets the handoff, goes to Tara Catone. Winds down the middle. Tara Catone drives upfield and scores!
8 yards.
An 8-yard touchdown run by Tara Catone, zigzagging up the right side and looking for green grass and finding it. Now, Hive is on to kick the point. Snap is placed. Kick is a line driver, and it goes through the pipes. It is good.
5:40 left in the second quarter.
And it looks like we have a penalty flag down as well.
Atlanta 7.
And we're going to get a roughing the kicker call on the extra point kick, and I believe
also on the play.
they will assess it on the ensuing kickoff. Let's see. I believe that's what Dave Barry is signaling right now. So the point after is good.
Against Atlanta,
And Atlanta will be penalized on the upcoming kickoff. 28-7, Pittsburgh in the lead with 5:40 left in quarter number 2.
Going the wrong way with it. Going the other way. You get in trouble. Going the other way. Tell them they're going the wrong way with that penalty. It was on Atlanta, not on us. Oh, you were too close to the white line.
Pittsburgh kicking from the 40. It's going to be a line drive by Peyton Hive. It'll bounce inside the 25, and it's picked up by Ronkia Toombs, and Toombs will return it out to the 35-yard line.
And the tackle, number 88, Peyton Hyde.
So Atlanta really finds itself in a hole now. They're down 3 scores, 28-7. They trail with 5:32 left
Atlanta's ball on their own 35.
in the second period. Pittsburgh opening up nicely here in the WFA playoffs. The national tournament underway here tonight. Passion out to a 28-7 advantage early in this game. Here's the give, and a big hit by Pittsburgh again.
Brought down by number 20.
Chelsea Zahn lowering the boom on Ronkia Toombs. And before she could get out of the starting gate, Chelsea Zahn closed that gate shut. Loss of 1.
Loss of 1 yard. Second down, 11. The ball on the 34.
From the 34-yard line, Atlanta has it second down and 11. Langless Drops back, gives off. This is going to be the fullback running the football, Marcy Myers, and Myers is ahead for a big gain. She should have 11 and the first down.
Tackled by number 18.
Out to the 45-yard line. Santana Ramsey makes the stop on the play, but that time Atlanta changed things up. Ran it to the fullback, and that fooled Pittsburgh.
First and 10, Phoenix ball. In their own 45.
First down and 10 for Atlanta. Again, it's Toombs. Toombs is going to be written down
Tackled by
Kia Foster. Toombs stretches that play down into Pittsburgh territory at the 48-yard line where it's second down and 3.
And a long 2. Make it 3, second and 3. The ball on the Pittsburgh 48.
Pringle goes out wide to the right side now. Jones is to the left for Atlanta. Langlace has gambled a couple of times putting the ball up. This time she'll keep it on the ground, and they go to the fullback once again, and this time Marcy Myers is stacked up and knocks her backwards as she gets to the line of scrimmage.
By 32,
Tia Montgomery and Hannah Damon were there for Pittsburgh.
Also 36, Hannah Damon.
Kelsey Edmonds also got a little piece of that tackle as well. Had to readjust her equipment. Third down, a little less than 3. London to the right once again, and Jones comes to the left. They're both split wide. High backfield, and now they're going to send Toombs out to the left side in motion. Langlace back to throw, down the right sideline, overthrew her intended receiver, Kristen London. London had a little bit of an opening there, but Crystal Kozo was closing. And in coverage, and Hannah Damon was also dropping back. It's going to bring up fourth down, and 2.5 to go for Atlanta. The ball sitting just outside of the Pittsburgh 47-yard line. 2:27 left, second quarter of play. Clock stopped with the incompletion.
Did you get the shot wrong?
Now Atlanta wants to call another timeout, and they get one here as head coach Brian Montgomery steps down the pitch, signals to his club he wants to stop. We'll take a break. It is Pittsburgh 28-7 over Atlanta with 2:27 left in the first half of play.
Behind you. Maybe it's there.
Atlanta fourth down and 2.5 to go. They're going to keep the offense out on the field. Here's a toss and a pass, and that is going to be a completion. They find Janitra J-Rock Shields on the pass play from Toombs.
Halfback pass to 87.
The halfback pass paid off that time. And running laterally along the line in front of the marker was Shields, who hauled it in. So Atlanta gambled and it paid off.
Ball on the Pittsburgh 44.
See if the Phoenix can continue to go here. They're going to have to get into the 2-minute drill. The clock is running. Again, Myers comes out deep in motion. And they look like they're going to throw that halfback pass again, but this time Toombs will tuck it in and run.
Kia Toombs.
And she gets grabbed around the foot by Kia Foster and dragged down.
Pick up of 8, second down 2. The ball
An
on the
8-yard
46.
gain that time by Ronkia Toombs, who is from College Park, Georgia, went to Florida Memorial University. Good running back, 5'6", 170. Atlanta wasting some time here as the clock continues to tick away. We're down to 1:12 to go. Finally, the Phoenix break their huddle and get back up to the line with 1:05 left. And now, Langlis chased. Somehow gets the pass off, but it goes incomplete to the sideline.
Langlis pass is incomplete.
Anna Damon was the closest passion player to the ball. But that time, Langlis was under a lot of pressure.
Kelsey Edmonds.
Kelsey Edmonds breathing down her backside.
Third down.
51 seconds left in the second period, and if there's any saving grace for Atlanta here, that incompletion stopped the clock at least.
In attendance, please come to the field at halftime to be recognized. All youth athletes, come on down to the sidelines to be recognized at the half.
Jones goes right once again for Atlanta, and this time in the slot with her will be Kristen London. Ashley London will be the wide receiver, and then Jones shifts into the slot. Myers the fullback, Toombs the tailback. Langlis takes the snap. Stutter steps, is hit, bounces off, rolls right, throws sidearm across her body and almost picked up. It goes incomplete.
Langlis pass intended.
Santana Ramsey was back deep. There were a couple of other passion players back there with her.
Broken up by Ramsey. Penalty marker.
Tia
on the
Montgomery, Tara Catone all dropping back. Dangerously close to being a tip ball, but instead just a breakup and incomplete, and now a penalty down as well. And this against the Phoenix.
The Phoenix penalized 10 yards holding.
Holding call against Atlanta will put the ball back
Third
at the
down,
Pittsburgh
12.
46,
Ball
where
to
it's third down
46.
and 12. 42 ticks left on the first half clock. 28-7 Pittsburgh in the lead. Atlanta wearing orange, blue, and white. Pittsburgh in the traditional black and gold. You see Myers run laterally along the left side. And the toss will go to Toombs, and Toombs gets spun around and thrown down at the 45-yard line after a gain of a couple.
Toombs.
With 33 seconds left, Pittsburgh calls the timeout.
Tackled by Zabovic and Niedermeyer.
So a timeout on the field called by Pittsburgh. 33 ticks left on the first half
33
clock,
seconds
and it's
left in the
Pittsburgh
first
28,
half.
Atlanta
Pittsburgh.
7.
Fourth down, 11. The ball on the 45.
Great crowd here at Shaler tonight to watch the Pittsburgh Passion open up the 2017 WFA playoffs against the Atlanta Phoenix. Hopefully a lot of these folks will make it back for W Bowl 2, which will be played the weekend of July 20th through the 22nd at Highmark Stadium on the south side of Pittsburgh, right across from downtown. It's going to be fourth down and 11. Atlanta keeps the offense out there with just 33 seconds to play. Langlis rolls right, tucks, runs. And she is going to be pulled down by Kelly Bell from behind.
Langlis, tackled by number 44, Kelly Bell.
Pittsburgh will take over on downs because Langless did not make it to the first down marker. And the Passion have it with 24 seconds left in the half. Now, let's see if Pittsburgh will dip into the clever chapter of their playbook. Come up with something interesting. They do have a number of clever or trick plays, depending on how you want to term them. Vasquez wide left, Horton wide right. Masters empties the backfield now. Janis winds, throws. Horton underthrew it that time, threw it at her toes. Incomplete. Coverage nice that time by Shatanya Spicer.
Second down.
Spicer has been all over Lisa Horton tonight. She has just one catch, but that was for a touchdown. 19 seconds left in the first half. Second down and 10 for Pittsburgh. Again, the ball sitting at the Passion 37. Let's see if they have a 63-yard play in their playbook. Janis, play fake, rolls, sidearm throw. Horton, intended receiver, incomplete. And again, broken up by Shatanya Spicer. And I don't know if I was going to go back and look at that again. I would think that Spicer might have got there a bit too early, but not much complaining from the sideline. Third down and 10 for Pittsburgh. 13 ticks left. See what the Passion can come up with here. Comes Baker. And reverses. And the Passion start moving illegally. That play just wasn't going to go. 5-yard mark off for a false start.
Penalty, illegal procedure. Third down, 15. Ball on the 32.
Now the ball back at the 32-yard line where it is third down and 15 yards to go. Passion need to go 68 yards in 13 seconds to get another score. Motion by Baker across the back left of the set. And it's going to be a run play. And O'Neal was loose there for just a bit, and O'Neal will pick up 15 yards. It's going to be a first down, and the Passion still have 5 seconds with which to work.
O'Neal picks up a first down.
So basically what we're looking at here is one more opportunity in this half of play as long as everything is legal.
5 seconds left.
And the Passion have called a timeout to talk about it. Okay, here we go. 5 seconds left. Pittsburgh up 28-7. Coming down to halftime. And the Passion need to go about 53 yards. 53 and a half to be precise. Let's see if they can get one on the board before it's all said and done here for the first half. Janice Masters empties the backfield. Drives back, blitz coming. She loops one up. There's O'Neal making the catch, sideline. Oh, she's bumped out of bounds as time runs out. A nice look at it and a nice thought by the Pittsburgh Passion. And we have come to the end of the first half of play. A great first half of game one of the WFA playoffs. And the Pittsburgh Passion have a commanding 28-7 lead over the Atlanta Phoenix at the intermission. Welcome back. It is halftime. The Pittsburgh Passion control this game over the Atlanta Phoenix by a score of 28-7. We have a couple of members of the Pittsburgh Passion with us, veteran members of the Pittsburgh Passion. Sharon Vasquez, first of all, let's talk about playing on both sides of the ball. And it took a while for you to get back into it because you missed the first part of the season.
Absolutely. I was here supporting, practicing, but not able to play in the games because of my kids. But I'm here. I'm excited about it. I'm back and ready to go. So.
Many of the Passion players are moms. Let's talk about balancing and juggling a schedule to do what you love doing.
It's hard, but you know, they realize, my family realize I love the game and they support me and it's awesome.
Let's get your thoughts on the first half of this ball game. I know that you were up 14-0, but Atlanta cut the lead in half, but you were able to push them away again.
Yeah, you know what? Defense played really well. Offense also played great. We left some points on the board, but we're ready to go still. We have a whole second half, so we're excited.
I'm going to allow Lisa Horton to slide over here with me then. Lisa, of course, you know, I know that you've been with this club and fighting for this club all season long. Again, I know tonight's been a tough defensive battle because they have a big bullseye on you. I know that the coverage has been really, really glove-like on you tonight.
Yeah, they got some great corners. They're playing a little tighter, so there's some solid girls out there. I actually told her she's a really good corner. But we're still moving the ball, making it work. Our run game's really, you know, marching down the field, and we come back with the pass. So overall, I think we're moving the ball, and that's positive.
Yeah, no question about it. Let's talk about your touchdown play and how that came about. It was a touch pass, a rainbow, as I called it.
Oh, yeah. Adam, our coach Santora, called the play, and Janice kind of gave me a peek, and we knew we had the middle open. So I just adjusted the route. It became more like a post instead of a slant, so I just extended it out.
It's playoff time. It's passion time of the year, isn't it?
Absolutely. We're excited. We're just taking one game at a time. We have a fantastic crowd tonight, so we'll take this energy into the next half and then hopefully next week.
Yeah, you stole my thunder. This crowd is into it tonight, and this is a big crowd.
Yeah. It was. We did a big thing with Youth and Sports Day here. That was a great turnout at halftime for all the youth that showed out in the Shaler area, so pretty exciting.
All right, super. Ladies, good luck in the second half. Keep pushing, okay?
Thank you.
Peyton Hyde has the ball teed up at the 35-yard line. We get set to start the third period of play with Pittsburgh leading 28-7 over Atlanta here in game one of the playoffs. And the return is on for the Phoenix. All the way out beyond midfield. A great return. That time for the Atlanta Phoenix and Brandy Pringle, the running back, out of Columbus, Georgia. So Atlanta will have first offensive touch here in the second half. They need to get the ball downfield. Right now they trail 28-7 to Pittsburgh here on the road. Pringle stays in to play a wide receiver spot. She'll be to the far side right from my vantage points. Over to the left side, Shavala Jones. High backfield once again. Look for Toombs to carry the ball a lot, and here she comes. Toombs backing her way downfield, and the ball came out. The ball came out. Let's see who gets it. Atlanta recovered.
Recovered by Atlanta.
Kelsey Edmonds was at the bottom of that pile trying to scrape that ball.
45, Kelsey Edmonds.
Couldn't get it in. Atlanta able to maintain. They gained 6 yards on the run play.
On the 44.
Just underway, third quarter action. Pringle again to the right, Jones to the left. Fullback is Marcy Myers. Where she goes, Toombs will follow. Pittsburgh showing blitz now. Second down and 4. Now they back out. It's going to be Myers, the fullback, carrying the football as she breaks a tackle and runs laterally. Then turns it upfield and gets the first down for Atlanta. Tackle finally made by Santana Ramsey.
Tackled by 18, Santana Ramsey.
A first down for Atlanta.
First and 10, the Phoenix ball on the Pittsburgh 38.
Looking at the first half stats, Hannah Damon led the team in tackles for Pittsburgh with 5. Chelsea Zahn had 4 tackles, and Caitlin Niedermeyer also with 4. Those are the defensive numbers from the first half of play. First and 10, Atlanta with the football at the Pittsburgh 38. Here's a toss and a sweep to the right side for Toombs. Has blocking, turns it upfield. Hannah Damon grabs her by the shoulders and throws her out of bounds.
Tackled out of bounds by 36, Hannah Damon. Gain of 3, second and 7, the ball on the 35.
Damon's 6th tackle of the game now. Three-yard pickup, second down. 7 yards to go now for the Atlanta Phoenix. 6-2 coming into the ball game tonight. Phoenix, just like Pittsburgh, same records. Pittsburgh, after losing 2 in a row on the road, 1 in Columbus last week. But Atlanta took it on the chin, losing 34-0 to the DC Divas. Toombs sprints out wide left. Here's the give to Myers, the fullback. Get a penalty flag on the play after about a 1-yard gain.
The ball carrier, the tackle by 77.
Niedermeyer was there and on the stop once again.
Penalty markers down.
But remember, there's a flag. Referee is Dave Barry, signaling to the sideline that it's against Atlanta. From the spot of the penalty, a 10-yard holding call. That will push Atlanta back to the Pittsburgh 45.
The ball back to the 45. Second down, 17.
So far in this ball game, Pittsburgh has touchdowns from Gabby O'Neill from 5 yards on a run. Kia Foster ran it in from 2 yards. Lisa Horton caught a 17-yard strike from Janice Masters. Tara Catone had an 8-yard run. For Atlanta, their only touchdown by Ronkia Toombs, a 9-yard run. Second down long. Pass to the right side is going to be snared out of the air and caught. And Atlanta's going to get
Pass is complete to number 2.
about half of that yardage back as Kristen London yanks it down out of the
On a
sky.
tackle, 45, Kelsey Edmonds.
Kelsey Edmonds undercut her on the play to bring her down. Third down and 9 now for Atlanta.
3rd and 9. The ball on the 37.
London is the flanker to the right. Shields is tight to the right, the tight end. Again, a rollout, and now a throw. This is London making the catch in traffic and able to hang on at the 30-yard line. I don't think she made it to the first down area, though. No, she did not. She'll be shy of the first down by about a yard, yard and a half.
The ball on the 29.
They're going to spot the ball at the 29. She has to get to the 28, so it's a yard to go. On 4th down, and Atlanta will go down 28-7.
4th down, 1.
Renee Langlace is the quarterback. She'll go under center. And a mix-up at the line of scrimmage, and here come the flags raining out of the skies. Illegal procedure on a false start.
Illegal procedure against Atlanta. Fourth down, 6. The ball on the 34.
Now it's going to be 4th down and 6 after the illegal procedure call. And Atlanta again will keep the offense out there. They're deep in Pittsburgh territory. Here's a roll to the right and a sidearm fling to London. She snares it again at the 29-yard line, but again she'll be shy of the first down as the Passion shut that down.
Number 40,
and it was Crystal Kozo who broke on the pass play and knocked London down before she can get to the stick. Pittsburgh takes over on downs.
Time to get out your tickets for the gift baskets and the 50-50. If you have any of these ticket numbers as they're called,
Here come the Passion now, bringing the offense out after getting the defensive
the
stop.
lower grandstand near the concession stand.
Gabby O'Neill had 56 yards and a touchdown on 5 carries in the first half of play. Kia Foster went 69 yards. And now here's the pass out to Baker on a square out, makes the catch, 35-40. Baker to the near side, out of bounds at the 42-yard line and flushed out by Christina Cooper. A first down for Pittsburgh, though.
First down.
Mentioned Kia Foster had 69 yards on 8 carries. She had a touchdown. Tara Catone had a rushing touchdown and an interception on defense. Janice Masters before that pass in the first half went 4 of 12 for 78 yards and a TD, but she just picked up some more yards there. Comes Baker, stutter stepping, and now cutting back to the left. And a low snap and a flag.
Pittsburgh penalized 5 yards illegal procedure.
False start on Pittsburgh, and they'll bring it back
15,
5.
The ball on the 37. Winning ticket for the Walmart gift card is 503-181. 503-181.
Gabby O'Neill is in the backfield once again for the Passion with Janice Masters. Calling for the shotgun snap and getting it. Rushes on. Masters steps up, throws over to the left side. Vasquez ran right into the defensive back, Storm Cuthbert. And that ball is going to go incomplete. Officials will not throw a flag on that, saying it was incidental and thrown over the receiver's head.
503-187. The Garden basket, 503-281. 503.
Second down and 15 for Pittsburgh. Atlanta looks like it's trying to stunt. Here's Masters giving it to O'Neill. O'Neill turning on the speed and then turning it off and then reversing field. And then cutting upfield. And O'Neill is finally collared and thrown down. This Atlanta team, very, very athletic ball club, and Candy Chambers showed that she wasn't going to let go. It's a speedy club, an athletic club, very versatile club, but
They're down 18.
Pittsburgh has had its way tonight for the most part. 28-7 they lead.
34.
Key defensive stops for Pittsburgh, plus capitalization once they do get the ball. It's been the storyline. That's the storyline typically for Pittsburgh, though. Now Masters, touch pass, Baker, yes! And Baker able to move it down into Atlanta territory to the 41-yard line. Kristen London tripped her up and up.
London on the tackle. First and 10, Pittsburgh ball on the Phoenix 41. Winning number for the Dairy Queen gift card, 503098.
Atlanta trying to make some defensive changes. Pittsburgh in the hurry up right now. They want to continue driving down the field. First down and 10, Passion. Masters looks, throws left side. This one almost picked off. Nice break on the ball that time by Cuthbert, but it goes incomplete. Second down and 10, Pittsburgh.
Pass was broken up by number 28. Storm Cuthbert. Second down, 10.
Clock stopped, 6:46 to go here in the third period of play on that incomplete pass. Here's O'Neal. Flips it to Horton. Horton's going to tuck and run. Lisa's hit once. Finally pulled down to the ground by Brandy Pringle.
Tackled by Brandy Pringle.
Horton might be shaken up on the play. She's just going to be slow in getting back up. Pringle had her around the right leg.
Third down, 8. The ball under 30
And
now.
Lisa Horton will come to the sidelines and take a play off. Third down and 8 now for Pittsburgh. The ball sitting at the Atlanta 39. Peyton Hyde checks back in as a receiver. Laura Baden, Angela Baker, and Sharon Vasquez all to the left. Gabby O'Neal stays in at running back. Janice Masters rolls left. Has blocking, has time, throws downfield to Baker. It's complete for a first.
Masters to Baker, and a first down. Once again, Walmart gift card, 503-181. The Subway gift card.
Tonight's game being brought to you in part by UPMC Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Pittsburgh Passion, by Health Pyramid, Longevity and Vitality Center, a natural approach to pain relief, by Silver Sport, keeping sports clean, and by Post-Acute Medical, providing high-quality post-acute health care services.
236. Do you have any of these tickets, please?
Chris Shublin on the call tonight. Glad to have you along with me, watching the Passion.
Claim your prize.
Here's O'Neal with a big hole to the right side, and O'Neal gets slowed and then tumbled down. But she'll pick up 12, and that's a first down for Pittsburgh in the Silver Sports Silver Zone. London making the saving tackle there.
First and 10, Passion ball.
Tonight's game also being brought to you by Aid Nation. Wake up, Pittsburgh, and hydrate. We had some of that at halftime. It's good tasting stuff and good rehydration fluids. Aid Nation. Low snap, Masters has to collect it and literally try to throw that one away, but completed the pass out of the left flat. Laura Baden brought it down at the 14.
Number 81, Laura Baden. Pick up with 1.
It was a broken play, and Pittsburgh ended up getting yards.
Take it 2. Second and 8. The ball on the 14.
Masters sends 3 to the right, 1 to the left this time. Rolls right. Blockers. Throws. Down inside the 5-yard line, and a tiptoe catch along the sideline by Lisa Horton at the 1.
Masters completes the pass to Lisa Horton.
Well, they're going to say she stepped out at the 4-yard line. But what a tremendous athletic move that was by Lisa Horton. Here we go, Pittsburgh with the ball. First down and goal for the 4. This is O'Neal sweeping to the left side. Turning upfield. O'Neal trying to get in front of the pylon and does so for the Pittsburgh touchdown from 4 yards away. Gabby O'Neal scores again. Her second TD of the night. This one from 4 yards out. And Pittsburgh extends the advantage to 34-7. Hive is on for the extra point kick. Got some movement. And a procedure call against Pittsburgh that will cost them 5. So for the second time tonight, Peyton Hive will have to kick a long point after. Snap, placement, kick, line drive, low, no good. It won't go.
Kick is no good. 3:25 left.
So
in
the score
third.
stays. Pittsburgh 34, Atlanta 7 here in the first round of the WFA playoffs.
Time to the 50-50 ticket, the red ticket. And again, if you have this ticket, please bring it back to where you purchased it. That number is 704-303. 704-303.
That's why I said I'm shocked you would take part in 50-50. That way you could even have won.
Passion will give it back to Atlanta. Atlanta trying to find something, trying to find a crack in the concrete here. Bobbled kick returned by Pringle. But Pringle able to find not only the football, but some yards out to the 40.
Tackled by Kelly Bell and Chelsea Zahn. First and 10, the Phoenix ball on their own 40. Once again, winning tickets for the 50-50, 704-303.
Great crowd, enthusiastic crowd here at Shaler tonight to watch the Pittsburgh Passion and the Atlanta Phoenix in the first round of the Women's Football Alliance National Playoffs. 60-plus teams vying for the championship, which will be played in Pittsburgh. The title game, W Bowl 2. And look at Kia Foster playing on the defensive side, breaking up that pass and almost tipping it back to herself.
Langlis's pass, brought it up by Kia Foster.
Women's Football Alliance here tonight as the playoffs begin, which means W Bowl weekend right around the corner thanks to Steeler great Franco Harris. Pittsburgh Passion co-owner Teresa Kahn. The W Bowl staying in Pittsburgh this year. It'll be held at Highmark Stadium July 21st and 22nd. There's a toss. It's Myers, the fullback. And Myers goes rumbling down the right sideline for a pickup of about 8.
Myers.
We've got an injured Phoenix player on the field as Myers goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
At the 48-yard line.
At the 48.
Mentioned the W Bowl and the big weekend. This is going to be the weekend that brings the best of women's tackle football on the field to battle it out for number 1. All 60-plus teams in the league to date. Proves how fast the sport is growing. And let's throw in, there's no better place than Pittsburgh to hold a women's championship football game. The City of Champions. It gets off with the kickoff Friday, July 21st at noon with the D3 championship game, followed by a 7 p.m. D2 championship game. Saturday at noon brings the All-American game, which is the National Conference versus the American Conference. And then Saturday night at 7 o'clock is the much-anticipated second annual W Bowl championship game. The two top teams in the nation battling it out for number 1 in the country. For more information on the W Bowl weekend, just visit the Women's Football Alliance website. Of course, you can also visit the Pittsburgh Passion website at pittsburghpassion.com. Breaking the action with an injured player on the field with 2:55 to go in the third period. Passion up 34-7.
Have you missed any shots yet? I said, have you missed any shots yet? Everybody else will quit it.
Denitra J-Rock Steele.
Well, the injured player for Atlanta is Janitra J-Rock Shields, their top defensive star, one of the top defensive players in all of WFA football. That's a tough break for Atlanta. They have to lose her for an extended period of time. Hopefully she'll be okay. We talk about the national stars of women's professional football. Pittsburgh has a bevy of them on its roster. Here's a give and the run by Toombs. Toombs to the right will get the first down and more.
Tackled by Kia Foster.
Kia Foster finally ran her to the sideline.
First and 10, the Phoenix ball on the Pittsburgh 43.
Ball goes to the 43-yard line. It's first down and 10 for Atlanta. Coming down to the final 2 minutes of play here in the third quarter, and Pittsburgh ahead big, 34-7 over the Atlanta Phoenix here in the first round of the playoffs. Toombs goes out as a receiver now. And they're going to give it to Myers. She'll run out of the tailback position, and Myers goes off the right side and is grabbed by Zabovic and yanked down to the turf.
Gain of 2. Second down, 8, the ball on the 41.
Ball sits at the 41-yard line. Second down and 8 now for Atlanta. Pittsburgh makes some changes defensively. Second down and 8. Langlis winds and throws long. And that one is going to be broken up by Crystal Kozo. On the fly pattern, Toombs looking back for the football, but
broken up by number 40.
Crystal Kozo reached up there and almost had a pick. Exactly 1 minute left here in the third quarter. Again, they have to bring Toombs out of the backfield and move her over to the right side. 3 receivers set now as London goes in motion. On the left. Here is Langlis trying to look and throw, and now has to run out of the pocket. And Langlis gets crunched hard at the 30-yard line and is brought down, but does pick up the first down.
Tackled by number 25, Tara Catone.
Tara Catone came up.
And number 33,
along
Tanisha Spencer.
with Spencer to make the stop on the play. Tanisha Spencer out of East Liberty, Steel Valley High School.
First and 10, Atlanta ball, the Pittsburgh 30.
30 seconds left. And the clock is spinning. And it's first down and 10 for Atlanta. They have it at the Pittsburgh 30. They trailed 34-7. And they may be wasting the final seconds of this third period of play. I'm not sure if they're going to get the playoff. Now all of a sudden they realize the time on the clock and rush up to the line of scrimmage. And it looks to me like they won't take the snap, and they won't. We're going to go to the fourth quarter.
3, Pittsburgh.
After 3
24.
periods of play, the play-by-play story is full Pittsburgh. The Passion 34, the Atlanta Phoenix 7. This is the Passion Television Network. play. Fourth quarter action now. Atlanta and Langlis heaves it out to the right side to London. And London makes an athletic move down the sideline and gets those extra tough yards and finds 9.
Langlis' pass complete to Jones. And the tackle, number 64, Marissa Moore.
Kristen London doing a nice job after that catch, getting some tough yards, moving it down to the 21-yard line. 2nd down and 1. Now Coombs will check back into the ball game. She'll replace Brandy Pringle. Renee Langlis coming from the far sideline, getting a play in from head coach Bryant Montgomery. Now Toombs out to the left. Jones is to the right. Also going left into the slot will be London. Here's Langlis back to pass, looking left, throwing long, end zone. No, it's incomplete as Toombs lost it. Looking backwards over her shoulder up into the lights.
Incomplete. 3rd down. The ball on the 21.
3rd down and 1 again for Atlanta. 21-yard line is where the ball sits. Pittsburgh has given up 1 score tonight. That's it. That was early in the ball game when they had a 14-0 lead. Atlanta cut the deficit in half, scoring a touchdown to make it 14-7, but it's been solidly Pittsburgh ever since. Here's Langlis. Again, looks left, throws left. A diving stab, and that ball is caught down at the 1-yard line.
Pass is complete to number 2.
That was Kristen London reaching up and yanking that one down. And again, as I mentioned earlier, very athletic Atlanta ball club. And Kristen London showed her stuff, laying out for that football and grabbing it and dragging it down to earth. 1st down and goal from outside the 1. Tremendous reception by Kristen London that time. Atlanta steps up to the line of scrimmage. Here's a give, fullback run, fullback blast off the right side. And Dana Green plunges into the end zone for Atlanta's 2nd touchdown of the evening. "12 minutes, 59 seconds left in the ball game. And Atlanta gets on the board for the 2nd time on Dana Green's run.
Catherine Williamson to attempt the point
On to
after.
kick the extra point is Catherine Williamson. Snap is placed by Jones. The kick is on its way. It helicopters in good.
Williamson's kick is good. 12:59
So,
left in the
with
game.
12 minutes, 59 seconds
34,
remaining in the
Atlanta
contest,
14.
it's a 20-point game. Pittsburgh 34, Atlanta 14.
Once again, if you haven't already claimed it, the 50-50 ticket number is 704303.
Williamson on to kick for Atlanta now. Angela Baker and Gabby O'Neill are back deep to receive. The run up. Williamson kicks it tall. Baker tries to catch it on the fly, lost it. And that muff was recovered by O'Neal. And she'll go down on top of it at the 27-yard line.
O'Neal on top of the ball. Passing ball, 1st and 10.
Gabby O'Neal, 8 carries, 65 yards, and 2 touchdowns on offense for Pittsburgh. Kia Foster, 69 yards on 8 runs and a TD. Janice Masters at quarterback now 9 of 19, 139 yards and a TD pass. And Angela Baker has 5 catches for 82 yards, matching her jersey number. Well, the Passion want to finish this one off with a W tonight, and then root on the Pittsburgh Penguins tomorrow night as they take on the Nashville Predators in their game in the Stanley Cup Final, Game 6. Making a nice weekend to get a couple of Pittsburgh victories, particularly those Pittsburgh playoff teams right now. There's Kia Foster, starts left, cuts back right, and Kia Foster hit hard and numerous times, finally dragged down at the 31. They're going to spot her progress to the 32.
Tackled by Cooper and Irvin. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
5-yard pickup there for Kia Foster.
The ball under 32.
Gives her 74 yards on her 9 carries tonight.
Now quarterbacking for Pittsburgh, number 4, Ebony Montgomery.
And we just noticed that our stadium announcer, Mike Rossi, announces that Ebony Montgomery is in at quarterback now for Pittsburgh. So she'll get a crack at playing QB. And we get a penalty.
Illegal
And a procedure call. False start.
2nd down, 10. The ball on the 27.
It's a very young Passion club by comparison over the last few years. They've had a lot of the seasoned veterans retire, but there's a nice mix of vets, even some original Passion players still playing, mixing in with these young and up-and-coming stars of the WFA. Montgomery throwing long downfield, overthrew everybody. She was looking for Sharon Vasquez. Sharon was running a post down over the middle, but that ball was another 10 yards further downfield.
3rd down.
Don't forget to visit the Pittsburgh Passion website at pittsburghpassion.com. You can get all the information you want about the team and its various activities, and also a big event coming up in July. On the south side of Pittsburgh, W Bowl 2 returns to Pittsburgh. The championship W Bowl will have been played here in the Steel City. Of course, you can always go to the Passion website if you're interested in sponsoring part of the game in the weekend. Here's Montgomery's sidearm pass, and it goes to Vasquez, but incomplete. Covering on the play, making a diving stab at it, is Brandy Pringle. So now Pittsburgh is looking at 4th down and 10, and they'll bring the punt unit out.
Ron Kia 2. Deep to receive for Atlanta.
Peyton Hybe is on to punt for Pittsburgh. She stands at her 15-yard line awaiting the snap. And it is Ronkia Toombs back to receive, and she'll stand at her 40-yard line in the Atlanta end of the field. Snap to Hybe, steps up, puts her foot into it. Rockets another tall one. Toombs under it at the 42. And just got by one coverage player. That was Santana Ramsey that she was able to stiff arm and sneak past and return the ball down to the Passion 38-yard line.
Zabovic on the stop.
Kim Zabovic finally got there to knock her down.
1st and 10. Atlanta's ball.
Oh, the focus went bad.
On the 40-yard line.
So they'll spot it at the 40. 1st down and 10 from there. Atlanta with the ball with 11:06 left. See Kristen London sprinting out to the left side, and again wide to the right is going to be Shavala Jones. Backs her in the eye. Langless drops back, looks, throws down the left side, backpedaling, and she gets it to London down the sideline. And London reaches out and spikes the ball down at the 22-yard line.
Tackled by Santana Ramsey.
Ramsey making the stop on the play, but again, another spectacular athletic move by Kristen London for Atlanta. And that will move the ball down to the Pittsburgh 22. And here we go. Atlanta on the march right now. 34-14. Pittsburgh up. Now the officials halt play. Pittsburgh calls timeout.
34 left in the fourth. Timeout.
Take a break in the action here at Shaler tonight.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, July 22nd, 12 p.m., the All-American game, the National Conference against the American Conference. At 7 p.m., the W Bowl II Championship game. All games will be played at Highmark Stadium at West Station Square Drive in Pittsburgh. If you're interested in becoming a partner, showcase your brand at this year's W Bowl weekend by becoming a partner or by donating a silent auction gift basket. For more information, contact Jody Whitty at JWITTE@LeftLaneXL.com or Teresa Kahn at PittsburghPassion.com. First and 10. Atlanta ball.
After the Pittsburgh timeout, Atlanta has it, first down and 10. Here's a toss, and it'll go to Toombs. Toombs is being chased, and Toombs able to run down the left sideline for a couple of yards.
Tackled by 37, Ashley DeChico.
Ashley DeChico making the stop for Pittsburgh after a pickup of about 3, maybe 4. Let's call it a 3-yard gain for Toombs.
3, second and 7. The ball at the 19.
Second down, 7 yards to go. The ball sitting at the 19-yard line in the Pittsburgh end of the field with 10 minutes left in the football game, and the Passion leading by 20. Langless again goes under center with a pro eye look. Drops back, fakes the handoff, gets nailed as she throws downfield. It's intercepted by Pittsburgh.
Langless's pass is intercepted by number 36,
Hannah David gets the INT and shuts down Atlanta's drive here late in the ball game. Damon, who played on the boys football team at Central Valley High School in Monaca and is now on the rowing team. She's a member of the crew at Robert Morris University where she's a student. Comes up big.
Pittsburgh ball on their own 27.
Hannah was the subject of a great article and a video interview in the Beaver County Times in her home area, done by A.J. Chiappesi, who came out to one of the games at West A earlier this season. You've got to see it at timesonline.com. Now Tara Catone, stutter stepping around the left side, couldn't find an opening, and she'll go down after a 2-yard loss. Coming down to the 9-minute mark of this ball game.
Second down, 12.
Pittsburgh 34-14 over the Atlanta Phoenix, and Pittsburgh will spend the rest of the playoffs on the road if they finish this one out and keep moving until that championship game. If they can somehow keep winning, the Passion would be not only the host of the W Bowl, but would be one of the participants, and that's what they're hoping for.
Fumble recovered by
misplayed ball,
Montgomery.
and Montgomery had to go find it on the turf.
No gain.
Brand new carpeting here at Shaler.
Third down and 12.
And the stadium surface absolutely gorgeous here. Home of the Shaler Titans. Thank them for their hospitality here tonight. Blitz being shown by Atlanta. They're dancing around. Here's Montgomery rolling right. Sets, throws downfield, long pass. Baker, oh, couldn't bring it down. Incomplete.
Ebony Montgomery's pass intended for Angela Baker is incomplete. Fourth down.
That'll bring up fourth down and long for Pittsburgh. They'll bring the punt unit back out. Good to see the Passion coaches getting some of the backup players in different positions, getting them some game action, some playing time in these playoffs, and just getting them ready for the next round. Peyton Heim is in to punt. Toombs back to receive. Almost identical positions on the field as the last punt play. This time Heim just delivers a bomb. And this one's going to roll all the way down to the 21-yard line where it's tapped down by Ramsey. Wow, tremendous punt.
54 yards punt by
54 yards on that punt.
First and 10, Atlanta's ball on their own 21.
Atlanta just has everything going against it right now, including that Peyton Heim punt. 34-14, Pittsburgh leads, 7:42 to go. The clock is an enemy right now because that is a little bit of time to make up a lot of points against a juggernaut of a defense as well. Pittsburgh just giving up 2 scores here tonight in the playoffs against another 6-2 club. As you know, the playoffs roll on, the competition gets tougher and tougher. Pittsburgh has had a couple of losses this year, one to Boston on the road, the other to DC, also on the road. They may eventually have to face those clubs again, depending on the outcomes of games tonight and over this weekend.
Brought down in the backfield by number 20, Chelsea.
Had nowhere to go. Chelsea's on, able to get the sack.
Loss is 2.
2-yard loss for
Second and 12.
Atlanta.
19.
Chelsea Zahn picks up the sack. She has 9.5 sacks on the season for Pittsburgh now, according to my numbers here. One of the leaders in the entire Women's Football Alliance, Chelsea Zahn. That's why she's on the All-American Club first team. There's a sprint draw. And the run will pick up Atlanta a first down. Ronkia Toombs rumbling out of there.
Toombs picks up a first down for Atlanta on the tackle, 25, Tara Catone.
Tara Catone made the stop on the play, but not until Toombs was able to get the first down.
First and 10.
And the ball sits at the 33-yard line with 6.5 minutes to go. Another run play, and just a couple of yards this time for Atlanta as Toombs carries.
Toombs tackled by number 8, Sharon Vasquez.
Sharon Vasquez in on the stop, and we have a stoppage of play here with an injured Passion. We'll take a timeout. 6:03 to go in the football game. Pittsburgh 34, Atlanta 14.
Number 20, Chelsea Zahn.
Chelsea Zahn, the player, shaken up on that stop.
Second down, 8.
Chelsea's up on her own. That's good to see.
The ball on the 35.
Second down and 8 now for Atlanta with 5:56 left in the ball game. Langlis turns and delivers. No, she doesn't. Play fake and now throws it out right side. That ball is going to be caught. Penalty flags follow the play as Janitra J-Rock Shields makes the catch and comes up the near sideline.
Langlis' pass is complete to J-Rock Shields.
We're going to get a holding call against Atlanta, so that will bring the entire thing back.
Penalty marker on the play.
Shields had been shaken up earlier in the second half. It's good to see her back out there, although she is noticeably limping. But that play, as good as it worked for Atlanta, will be brought back because
Penalty
of
is
holding.
against Atlanta, holding. Second down, 18. The ball on the 25.
Comes Atlanta again. Second down and longer. Little jitterbug move out of the backfield and not much there, just a few.
Randy
That was Pringle running the football.
Tackled by
Atlanta down 20, running out of time, 4.5 to go. Pittsburgh has been stout here tonight, playing a home game in the playoffs at Shaler. Here's Langlis throwing out, and pass broken up by Sharon Vasquez. Intended for Shields. And Vasquez played it perfectly, smacking that one out of the sky. Fourth and long, Atlanta. Atlanta slow in getting a play back in. Langlis will trot back out there, and now the officials will call the timeout.
4 minutes, 12 seconds
Atlanta
left in
knew
the
it.
ball game. Timeout,
It was
Atlanta.
taking way too much time, so a break in the action again. Atlanta calls the timeout, 4:12 left. Hey, that's our area code here in Pittsburgh. And it's 34-14, Pittsburgh in the lead in the 4-1-2. After the Atlanta timeout, Phoenix send London in motion across the back of the set. Here's Langlis Deep in the backfield, wanting to look downfield to throw, and she can't get loose. Kelsey Edmonds read the play perfectly. She comes in and gets the huge sack, and Pittsburgh will take over.
Passing ball, 1st and 10 on the Atlanta 20.
4 minutes, 1 second left. The Passion by 20. And they have the football at the 20. 1st down and 10, taking over on downs after the sack. Pittsburgh will advance to the 2nd round of the Women's Football Alliance playoffs. Ebony Montgomery sprints out wide to the right side now. Lisa Horton comes in to play quarterback. Vasquez to the left, Kia Foster the running back. Slots to both sides. Here's Baker in motion. Handoff, Baker. It's going to be a throwback to Horton. And she tried to adjust and make a move to the football. We see flags all over the place. The ball goes incomplete. Closest player to it for Atlanta was Candy Chambers. Let's see if there was some interference here. Yeah, they're going to call that.
Penalty is against Atlanta, pass interference.
Play didn't break as well as Pittsburgh wanted it to. Chambers just kind of stumbled into Lisa Horton when she went out into the pass pattern. Now, the officials don't have the sticks and the down and distance correct. Dave Barry catches it. And now they get it set. So it's 1st down and 10 from the 18-yard line. Montgomery back in playing quarterback. Here's Foster. A high zip pitch, and she was able to bring it down, and she got hit after a short gain.
Number 36, Shawnee Irvin.
Down to the 3-minute mark. That's time remaining in the football game as Pittsburgh gets set to move to the 2nd round.
Pick up of 3, 2nd and 7, the ball on the 15.
Jana Meister is playing wide receiver to the right side now. Rebecca Airgood, I believe, is to the left. And this time that play is blown up. Kia Foster hit by Shields.
Tackled by Shields. Lost it back to the 22. 3rd down, 14.
Airgood is out with an injury on the sideline. Bender has come into play with a ponytail. I can't see her number up. Number was uncovered. Here's Montgomery. And this is going to be a draw play, and Kia Foster is again blasted in the backfield. The whistle blew, but she broke loose, but well after the whistle.
Tackled by Irvin and Shields.
Shields was there again, along with Irvin. Pittsburgh is looking at 4th down and
Loss
long.
of 1. 4th down, 15.
Almost doesn't matter because the clock continues to tick. We're almost at 1 minute remaining in the football game, and Pittsburgh is leading 34-14. Montgomery goes to the sideline, gets a play, brings it back in, huddles up. It's 4th down and about 15 yards to go for Pittsburgh. Meister to the right, Bender to the left. 3 receivers right. Montgomery Trying to roll right, looking for a block. Now throws a wobbler downfield for Bender, and that pass is going to be broken up. Bender running to the post, and Atlanta able to break up the pass play.
Montgomery's pass intended for Courtney Bender is incomplete, broken up by Brandy Pringle.
And it was Pringle back there at the post, was able to knock that one
First and
down.
10, Atlanta's
So
ball.
Atlanta will take over on downs with
23.
just 30 seconds left in the football game. And Pittsburgh will advance to the second round of the Women's Football Alliance playoffs at a site to be determined at the end of this night, I'm sure, once all the playoff games are played out. We determine where Pittsburgh has to go next. The only way Pittsburgh will have another home game is if they make it to the championship, and the W Bowl will be played in Pittsburgh regardless of the the finalists, but we were hoping and praying that it will be the Passion representing this part of the league. Here's Langless being chased, being whipped around, and being thrown down. Great play by Kelly Bell.
Hit first by 44, Kelly Bell, and number 42,
So in there,
Shaw.
Rondasia Shaw finished off the play. And the clock will continue to tick, and this game will end. And Pittsburgh will advance to the second round of the Women's Football Alliance National Football Playoffs. Final score here tonight, the Pittsburgh Passion 34 and the Atlanta Phoenix 14. Stay with us. We're coming back for post-game interviews next here at Shaler on the Pittsburgh Passion Television Network. Welcome back to Shaler. 34-14, the Pittsburgh Passion do it. They knock off the Atlanta Phoenix here in game one of the WFA playoffs. Chris Shovlin back with you, and Caitlin Sullivan and also Angela Baker are with me right now. Kate, let's start with you and talk about a tough game here tonight, a physical game. This Atlanta club, very athletic, so let's get your comments from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, at the line of scrimmage, it was certainly in the trenches to the fullest degree of that. They're a physical team. We knew that going in. We saw them last year at playoffs, so we kind of had an inkling to what to expect. We thought that they would be in that 5 front coverage, and after the first series, they did go to the 5 front. So our preparation really did have us set, but play after play, down after down, there was no doubt that it was going to be a physical battle all night.
How much of a problem was really fending off Shields? Because I know that she was one of the players on your target list.
Yeah, she certainly is a talented athlete, and she certainly was a handful. So we definitely had to kind of cater our play that she couldn't be right. So if she sliced in, we knew we were bouncing out. If she sliced out, we wanted to bounce in. And that was our strategy for managing her. She was a handful.
Angela, again, the diversity on offense just amazes me between the run and the pass, and you receivers, you're out there going wild.
Yeah, we love it. I mean, we like to switch it up just as much as we like to catch the ball. I love blocking for my running backs. We have some great running backs back there, and our O-line's really stepping up this year and allowing our quarterbacks to get us the ball as receivers. So it's a good mesh. We're working out really well. We're still grinding, though. We're ready to perform next week.
You know, we've talked about it all season long, the mix of veterans and rookies on this club and so many newcomers, and how much teaching goes into each and every ball game. But as the season has progressed, it seems like the lessons have sunk in.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that a lot of the newcomers or younger members that we had at the beginning of the season are really catching on, and the more gameplay they get, or they have gotten in these past couple games, I think it's really showing in these games. You know, they can step up for a couple plays, and it's like, you know, there's not much of a difference. So it's really nice, and I think that all comes back to what we're doing at practice.
Kate, I talked to Franco Harris before the game started, and the conversation centered on W Bowl II coming to Pittsburgh and how badly the Passion want to be in that ball game.
Yeah, we've been there a few times, and it's a pretty sweet feeling, but we've never been there in Pittsburgh. So as the home host and the way we're playing right now, it is about the climb and it is about the chase, and it would be great to be on our home field, and we're working toward it. That's the ultimate goal.
And Angela, the word after the game came out that it looks like it's going to be Chicago next week, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited. We had a great game against them last year, and they're a team that we haven't seen in the regular season thus far this year. So I think that they're going to be a really good opponent. I think it's going to be a great game, but we have not even completed our best game yet. So I'm looking forward to having that against Chicago and hopefully moving forward.
All right, it sounds great. Good luck to you on the road. I wish we could all be there with you, but maybe we'll make that road trip to the Windy City and check out Pittsburgh and Chicago next week in the second round of the WFA playoffs. Fantastic game tonight. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris.
Both. Great to see you. And again, a 34-14 win. Pittsburgh on the road at Chicago next week to continue on that road to bring the W Bowl 2 back here to the Steel City. Let's see if they can do that. That'll do it for our Passion Television coverage tonight. I'm Chris Shovlin. Thank you so much for watching here on the Pittsburgh Passion Television Network.